Okay, so I just watched the first episode, and it does a good job of establishing within the first episode that it's going to be a show about kids and their lives and some of the more fanciful adventures they can get into. It's definitely Nickelodeon, so it definitely has that kind of this is more of an idealized version of how kids' lives are. It definitely has more of a fanciful, like, this is kind of how like a kid would write a show about kids. It's very creative. The first episode is two stories. A lot of the earlier episodes were. The first story is about Arnold and Gerald in a play, wherein they have to perform as fruits because it's about the food groups. They decide to skip the play, go downtown, get lost downtown. A car drives by, throws them a bag full of money. They go pick up some new clothes. Get into a lot of trouble with that. They meet like this fake psychic guy. It's a really weird episode to start your show with, but it also sets the tone for what the show's going to be like. And basically at the end of the episode, they realize, like, oh man, we shouldn't have like skipped the play. Let's go back. So they do, and they show up just at the finale, do a big music number and finish it off. And this episode establishes the main characters, it establishes the kids of Arnold, Gerald, Helga, Phoebe, Nadine, and all the rest. And also, like I said, sets up the tone for the earlier seasons, as well as for the show. The second story is about this unlucky kid named Eugene, who is such a klutz, and Arnold accidentally destroys his bicycle. And in this really unrealistic part, takes the pieces home, reassembles it himself, and brings it back the next day, only to, for it to screw it up again, because it falls apart because he forgot to put the brakes on. So to make it up to Eugene, Arnold takes him out on this perfect day, which is represented like in a montage, mostly of still shots, and in everything, like, he's trying to do, like, take him to the baseball game or take him to get a hot dog in the park, everything backfires. And the episode ends with Eugene being like, oh, I appreciate it. This was a great day. What are you talking about? All this great stuff kept happening to me. And basically the episode ends with, like, a punchline. Basically, Eugene has a baseball card and drops it, and Arnold's like, Gene, wait, you forgot your baseball card. And it's like, I'll give it to you tomorrow. So, not the best episode of the show. There's many more episodes that are much better, but it definitely, like I said, does a good job of establishing the tone of the show, and it also shows like the animation style of the earlier seasons because it looks a lot different from how it does later. The later seasons have obviously more polished and more of a fluid animation style. This one looks definitely more early, and it was actually done back when the show had like two production companies that did the animation. So, I mean, it's a good episode, and it's really funny. It also establishes, like, the humor. There's a lot of clever jokes in it. Like, there's a part where, like, when they are visiting the fake psychic downtown, they get an epiphany and run out, and before they can pay him, he's like, wait, where's my 350? And then the psychic's like, well, I should have foreseen this. Some things like that. Just some silly jokes that are clever. And, adults can watch it and enjoy it just as much as, like, a kid could. So, definitely a good way to start the show, and it's an episode I haven't seen in a while, so it was nice to see it again. So that's pretty much like, what you're kind of getting into. There's not a lot to say about it. It's not like it's a really deep set of stories. It's kind of just, this is fun and silly. So definitely more of the lighter episodes. So I don't know. It's a good start, and I think it's a good introduction to the show. It's kind of a random and weird introduction for your show, but at the same time, I get it. It still establishes everything. So that's kind of my thoughts on it. So anyway, I'll be back for the next episode. So I hope you guys watch it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.